Ferrari reveals final upgrade of the season to beat McLaren. Red Bull makes shocking admission about the RB21, and the FIA president reveals new plan for F1. Let's get into the latest F1 news. Lewis Hamilton recently reflected on the challenges he faced during the British Grand Prix, particularly emphasizing his frustrations with Ferrari's performance and strategy. He admitted to feeling no confidence in the Ferrari SF25, which proved to be a significant factor in his struggle for a podium finish. The race at Silverstone was chaotic, primarily due to heavy rain affecting the track conditions. This situation opened the door for unexpected outcomes, with McLaren drivers taking the spotlight as Lando Norris claimed a brilliant victory at his home race. Meanwhile, Hamilton found himself embroiled in a fierce battle for the final podium position, competing against Nico Hülkenberg and Lance Stroll. As the race progressed, Hamilton managed to pass Stroll and began to pressure Hülkenberg. However, the timing of the pit stops became crucial. Hülkenberg opted to stop a lap later than Hamilton, allowing him to build a vital cushion that ultimately secured him his first ever podium finish in Formula One. Hamilton's race was not without its difficulties. After his pit stop, he experienced an immediate setback, failing to execute a clean exit from the pit lane. This misstep contributed to his feelings of disappointment, as he recognized that he had to settle for fourth place. In an interview with Sky F1, Hamilton expressed his frustration, stating, "We lost a lot of places through strategy." He recounted a perplexing moment when he transitioned from being in P4 to P8 after the pit stops, which made his race considerably harder. Stuck behind Gasly, Hülkenberg, and Stroll, he faced a prolonged battle to regain his position. Hamilton's challenges were amplified by the SF25's struggle in the tricky conditions. "This car does not like these conditions at all," he explained. He described how the car's instability led to frequent mistakes on his part, describing the day as not a good day. Reflecting on the experience, Hamilton noted how dispiriting it is to feel a lack of confidence in a car. "It's the worst feeling," he quipped, emphasizing that constantly battling a car that doesn't respond predictably hinders performance. He elaborated by saying that each time he tried to build confidence in the car, it felt like he was constructing a wall only to have it knocked down repeatedly. In summary, Hamilton's race at Silverstone was marred by strategic miscalculations and the issues of the SF25. Despite his disappointing finish, he remains focused on finding ways to enhance the car's performance and regain his confidence in upcoming races. Hamilton's candid reflections serve as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of Formula One and the vital role that strategy and vehicle reliability play in a driver's success. As the British Grand Prix unfolded, thoughts turned to the standout moments and reactions. Lando Norris celebrated a thrilling victory, showcasing McLaren's potential, while Nico Hülkenberg's impressive performance added to the buzz. However, it was a tough day for Lewis Hamilton. He finished sixth, but his challenges were overshadowed by a trying outing for teammate Charles Leclerc, who landed in 14th place. Hamilton openly criticized the SF25, stating it was the most difficult car he's driven. His experience at Silverstone was made even more daunting by wet conditions, which the car did not adapt to well. "It's only my second time driving in the wet in this car, and I can't even express how hard it is," Hamilton revealed, underscoring the difficulties that arise in challenging weather. He emphasized the need for a review with the design team as they prepare for the 2026 regulations. "Certain elements cannot roll over into the next year," he cautioned. In light of Hamilton's performance, Ferrari seemed to be caught off guard, leading to a lack of insight about his pace and positioning on the track. Ferrari's principal, Fred Vasseur, responded to Hamilton's claims, acknowledging the intense scrutiny surrounding the SF25. Hamilton's comments also served as a warning for the team's future development, reflecting the high stakes in F1 as they gear up for the regulations overhaul in 2026. And finally, as the season progresses, driver moves and rankings become hot topics, with discussions about potential signings heating up. Fans are captivated by the idea of classic rivalries returning, such as a showdown between Ferrari's powerful V12 and Red Bull's celebrated V8. The landscape of Formula One continues to evolve, with Hamilton's insights and the unfolding narratives promising an exciting season ahead. Whether it's tackling the winter design challenges or planning for future races, every element counts in the quest for victory. Keep following our channel as we bring you all the latest updates and thrilling moments from the F1 world. Oscar Piastri faced intense scrutiny recently after an incident involving Max Verstappen during the British Grand Prix. Leading the race by a substantial 13 seconds, Piastri's position dramatically changed when the safety car was deployed following a crash. He had been performing well, but a sudden turn of events would bring on a 10-second penalty that some now label as dirty driving. Ralf Schumacher, a notable figure in the F1 community, commented on the incident, stating that Piastri's maneuvering behind the safety car warranted such a penalty. Indeed, the tension boiled over when Verstappen, running closely behind Piastri, found himself caught off guard. As lap 21 approached and the safety car signaled it would soon exit the track, Piastri suddenly braked hard, leaving Verstappen little choice but to swerve around him. Max Verstappen's radio response illuminated the situation. "Whoa, mate, he just suddenly again slows down." This reaction encapsulated the confusion on the track at that critical moment. The stewards confirmed they had witnessed Piastri's erratic behavior, citing that he braked sharply, going from a speed of 218 km/h to just 52 km/h, which ultimately forced Verstappen to perform evasive actions to avoid a collision. The result? A tangible penalty for Piastri due to his violation of Article 55.15 of the FIA sporting regulations, costing him both time and crucial points on his super license. However, Piastri himself maintains that the penalty was unjust. In his post-race remarks, he expressed frustration, noting, apparently you can't brake behind the safety car anymore. I did it for 5 laps before that." He revealed that the lights on the safety car went out at a particularly late stage, contributing to the chaotic dynamics of the situation. The race's outcome saw Piastri finishing second, and he lost the opportunity for victory to Lando Norris after the penalty was applied. This incident highlights the ever-pressing question in Formula One: how do racing dynamics shift dramatically in the blink of an eye, resulting in drivers facing penalties that can alter their and their team's fortunes? As fans, we are left to follow Piastri's journey in the aftermath of this event, curious about how he will adapt and respond to the challenges that come with being in the spotlight of such a competitive sport. For now, it's evident that the rules and regulations governing driving behavior in Formula One will continue to be a topic of heated discussion. In the aftermath of the British Grand Prix, tensions ran high as Oscar Piastri expressed disappointment over the harshness of his penalty. He maintained that his actions were within his control during the safety car restart, reaffirming, "I didn't do anything differently." Piastri's sentiments echoed the strong opinions circulating within the racing community. While he called it a shame, the reactions varied significantly among pundits. Former F1 driver Michael Schumacher did not hold back his critique, labeling Piastri's maneuver as dirty driving. According to Schumacher, the Australian's last-minute braking not only set Verstappen up for a potential mishap, but also raised concerns about penalty points that could lead to a race ban for the Dutch driver. Schumacher noted, "The penalty was definitely deserved. He tried, wanted to show Max that he could do it too. It was too much," making it clear that he felt the situation warranted a serious response from the authorities. Currently, Verstappen is teetering on the edge with 9 penalty points, dangerously close to the threshold for a race ban, just 3 points away. The stakes continue to rise as the season progresses, with Verstappen's penalty points remaining a hot topic in upcoming races. The dynamics within McLaren also drew attention during the race. Following the penalty, Piastri requested a return to their pre-race order, but team principal Andrea Stella explained why McLaren decided against that strategy. Piastri, facing the fallout from his penalty, stated, "I don't think there's anything wrong with it," indicating his desire for the team's support amidst the controversy. Meanwhile, questions linger about the consistency in applying penalties across the board, especially when comparing Piastri's situation to Max Verstappen's prior incidents, where only one was punished. The ongoing debate highlights not just the intricacies of race regulations, but also the varying interpretations that arise in high-pressure scenarios. As the British GP concluded, Piastri was left grappling with the impact of the penalty on his racing ambitions. It's clear that as we move forward in this thrilling racing season, discussions surrounding penalties and driver behavior will remain at the forefront, influencing strategies and outcomes on the circuit. Helmut Marko, the senior advisor for Red Bull, recently shared some candid thoughts following McLaren's impressive performance at the British Grand Prix. He didn't hold back, stating that McLaren is currently superior on the grid, making it very difficult to come close to their pace this season. Despite Red Bull's Max Verstappen starting on pole, the race took an unexpected turn early on. Verstappen was overtaken by McLaren's Oscar Piastri, who showcased a strong race strategy. Unfortunately for Verstappen, after a mid-race spin, he had to claw his way back to finish fifth, while McLaren celebrated another 1-2 finish. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner noted that the team's low downforce setup that secured Verstappen pole position didn't translate well during the race. The wet conditions led to a challenging experience for the reigning world champion, resulting in instability that hindered his performance. After a safety car restart, Verstappen found himself dropping down the grid, struggling to regain his position. Despite recovering to fifth, Marko was quick to share that the Red Bull car just couldn't match the McLarens on this occasion. Marko revealed that the team had anticipated a dry race based on forecasts, but the wet conditions proved to be a significant obstacle. With each lap, it became evident that they were not in the same league as McLaren, trailing behind by a substantial 30 seconds by the end of the race. Marko concluded that their setup simply wasn't ideal for the race conditions, and it's clear that adjustments will be needed moving forward. In related news from the British Grand Prix, there were some remarkable stories emerging from the race, including Nico Hülkenberg's stunning rise from 19th place to the podium, something that not only shocked fans but also highlighted the unpredictable thrill of Formula One racing. As the season progresses, it will be intriguing to see how Red Bull adapts to these challenges as they strive to close the gap with the impressive McLaren team. Marko has confirmed that updates are on the way for Red Bull as they gear up for the 2025 season. However, he cautioned that it might be too little too late to catch McLaren before the year wraps up. There are still some things coming, but it's all not enough to even come close to McLaren, Marko stated. This candid admission captures the current state of affairs in the championship, highlighting just how formidable McLaren has been this season. Despite Max Verstappen's strong qualifying performance, a risky setup ultimately backfired during the race. The fastest time in qualifying was a combination of Verstappen and a risky setup, he explained. But as we have seen, that went wrong in the race. With Red Bull sitting fourth in the constructors' standings, they find themselves 288 points behind the championship leaders, McLaren, an unsettling gap for a team accustomed to winning. In the wake of Red Bull's struggles, Marko provided an update on Yuki Tsunoda's situation, laying out the team's plans moving forward. He also addressed the challenges they face heading into the British Grand Prix. Max Verstappen finished fifth on the timesheets on Friday, a sign of the uphill battle the team has as they aim to reclaim a competitive edge. Marko's recent remarks also included a firm message to Mercedes amid swirling rumors linking Verstappen with a potential move. He dismissed speculations, reaffirming that the star driver is committed to Red Bull despite the team's current challenges. After a tough outing in Austria, Marko addressed the ongoing queries regarding Verstappen's future. The uncertainty looms large, but Marko remains focused on the task at hand, improving the performance and resilience of the Red Bull team. As we watch the season unfold, the competitive landscape of Formula One gets more intense, making it essential to keep an eye on both Red Bull's strategies and McLaren's formidable presence on the track. Stay tuned for more updates as the teams battle it out in the races ahead. Mohammed Ben Sulayem has been at the helm of the FIA since December 2021, and he's gearing up for re-election later this year. His only confirmed opponent at this point is Tim Mayer, who has just announced his candidacy. Mayer, son of the former McLaren boss Teddy Mayer, has certainly made his intentions clear, promising to shake things up. In his campaign launch, Mayer didn't hold back. He accused Ben Sulayem of fostering a culture that he claims has created illusions of progress and transparency. Mayer pointed out that numerous high-ranking officials have resigned during Ben Sulayem's presidency, raising concerns about the internal dynamics within the organization. He went as far as to say, "If you look at the number of people who have resigned from the FIA who came in with the best intentions but couldn't affect change, it's a reign of terror." Mayer's assertion that Ben Sulayem's leadership has been marked by tyranny has certainly caught the media's attention. But how has Ben Sulayem responded to these heavy accusations? Well, during a recent roundtable media session at Silverstone, he appeared unbothered. When questioned about Mayer's remarks, he offered a smile, indicating that the criticism didn't seem to faze him. In his response, Ben Sulayem mentioned that he has developed a sort of thick skin. He humorously referred to himself having Teflon skin, implying that he just brushes off personal attacks. "I just don't read it," he said, explaining that he prioritizes his time on more significant matters rather than engaging with criticism. The conversation took a deeper turn when the subject of Mayer's departure from the FIA came up. Mayer had stepped down at a crucial time, saying he felt pressured related to an appeal concerning an FIA fine. However, Ben Sulayem maintained that the matter was between Mayer and the FIA system, stating, "What was done was purely between him and the system of the FIA. I do not get involved in these matters." He continued to explain his approach when being contacted about protests from teams, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a level-headed perspective in what can often be a highly charged environment. "If you answer and get part of that issue, you will only escalate it. Our stewards are trained and have the authority to make decisions," he added, reiterating his confidence in the current structure. Ben Sulayem also acknowledged that every system can be improved, suggesting that the organization is always looking for ways to better its processes. While he respects Mayer's right to voice his opinions during the campaign, he believes that the FIA functions on a different level, prioritizing the interests of its members and the sport as a whole. As the election approaches, it will be interesting to see how these dynamics play out. Will Ben Sulayem maintain his position, or will Mayer's campaign resonate with the FIA members? That's all for today's update on the FIA presidential race. Make sure to stay tuned for our next installment, where we'll continue to bring you the latest from the world of motorsport. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates. In the world of motorsport, staying connected to the members is vital for growth. Mohammed Ben Sulayem, the current FIA president, emphasizes the importance of listening to what the members truly want, as they are the backbone of the organization. He believes that understanding their needs will shape the future of the FIA. As the vote for the next FIA presidency approaches on December 12th in Uzbekistan, Ben Sulayem already feels supported by clubs from the Middle East, North Africa, and the Americas. His incumbency has given him a significant advantage, creating a challenging scenario for challenger Tim Mayer, who still has much to announce in his campaign. While Ben Sulayem acknowledges the ongoing campaign, he remains focused on what he calls more important things, with the Concord Agreement being his primary goal. He's confident that discussions with Formula One management are progressing toward a better deal for the FIA, reflecting the responsibilities they carry. The competition is on, yet Ben Sulayem is undeterred. He believes that the reforms he's initiated are essential for the transformation of the FIA. Although some may have different views, he invites open competition and wishes his rivals well. He recalls his own challenging experiences from 3.5 years ago, facing similar scrutiny as he does now. It takes time to build trust and connect with the members beyond mere emails. It's about genuine conversation and engagement. Ben Sulayem recognizes the media's role, yet stresses that the ultimate decision lies with the members. Tonight, the upcoming General Assembly will decide his fate, and he seems ready for whatever outcome may arise, reflecting a calm confidence about the process. Shifting gears, let's talk about a thrilling update in Formula One. Ben Sulayem has hinted at a possible return of the V8 engines, a topic that has piqued the interest of many fans. The return of such engines would be a significant development in the world of Formula One, potentially reshaping the landscape of racing as we know it. Looking ahead, the FIA recently acknowledged Tim Mayer's presidential challenges, showcasing the dynamic landscape of leadership within motorsport. The excitement continues to brew as drivers and teams gear up for the next races, with important decisions and changes coming down the pipeline. Stay with us as we keep you updated on all things motorsport. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the latest news and insights from the racing world.